Super media outlet, Hot16 Magazine. Bars, battles, artistry, realism, and swag.
We run this shit right now.
Cameras are serious.
Okay, this is Hot16 Magazine. I'm the ever so talented Tamika Love. Standing here with X Factor.
Best rapper.
How you doing?
Good, cool. I'm here from Detroit, you know, up in the NYC.
Good. Before we get started, I want to ask you, is my swag on?
The swag is on. No swag's off, facts off, but she on.
I'm on, okay.
100%.
I'm glad y'all took a note of that. Okay, the swag is on. On this lovely Brooklyn day.
Yes,
you know?
yes.
Alright, so at Hot16, what we do is we focus on the bars.
Yes.
Alright, the battles, artistry, realism, and swag. Alright, you got all of that. So how you feel about, you know, the whole Charlie Clips thing?
You know, I like clips, so, you know, I feel like this battle is definitely going to be, it's going to be an epic battle. And the fact that clips, a lot of people, they like clips. Clips ain't really showed, clips ain't really stood in front of nobody. That's really cut, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people, they loving it because they said we got like similar styles too. So this is definitely going to be a clash of the titans. For both of us, it's like a coming out party. I do my thing. But they say I haven't really won against nobody with that type of and they say he ain't really won against somebody like ma, you know what I'm saying, caliber. So it's definitely gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a goodie for sure.
Right, but his style is kind of like DNA oriented. So should we expect to see what we saw with DNA? You gonna address his priorities?
You know, I got a little bit up the sleeve. You know, I'm gonna have to talk about your priorities. I don't know who it is. A few things I'm gonna have to taper you up on. But yeah, we definitely like him and DNA have very like similar styles, but at the same time, I think he's a bit more complex with his wordplay, punchline. So you gonna see me turned up a little bit more than I was against DNA. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, it's stiffer competition.
Oh, it's stiffer competition.
Yeah. Pause.
So when we talking about priorities, remember the whole Rich Dollars thing? Like when you do priorities, is it for like entertainment purposes and it happens to be teaching, or is teaching the sole purpose?
You know what? I used to always say, when you talk about somebody's priorities, it's you can't make it. I mean, how I address it, I'm just a silly guy, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, in general, I'm silly, so how I address it, sometimes it probably come across silly, but it's always a lesson in when I'm talking about some priorities, because I feel like priorities is real.
Right.
You feel me? So if I'm addressing your priorities, I'm going to talk to you real. It may be a little funny how I'm going to approach it, but it's definitely going to be some realness. So it's always a real issue when I'm talking about priorities. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely a real issue.
Well, I got to tell you, with Rich Dollars, like I like the DNA priorities, alright? You said he got to show up with the full set of teeth. Right. I love that. But the priorities with Rich Dollars, I love that.
Yeah,
see, crazy.
Yeah. You know what?
The whole breakdown.
I said to Rick what everybody want to say,
right?
But never was able to say it. And how I formatted it into battle form was just, I think that, I think I outdid myself with, you know what I'm saying, with that one. That one was crazy. But it was real though. Everything I said was real. And shout out to Rich, all Bronx, pop off. But if you take heed to that, he's gonna be better.
Yeah, exactly. I was on the computer the other day, like priorities. Every time. So you used to be what, a reverend or a preacher before you were?
No, thank you. You know, let's bring that up. I want to dead that whole thing.
Okay, go ahead. No, not Hot16.
Right. Now, Hot16 got to dead that. So I've always been in touch with a spiritual. You understand something? Like how we're created as individuals. I feel like, without no leeway, we run rampant. So we always have. I mean, if you are a level-headed guy, good mind on your shoulder, at some point you go approach a spiritual you, because that's what we need, that to balance us out. And I never was a reverend or a preacher, but I did when I took a break, because I battled and I took about like a 3 year break. I got married, had a kid, and my ex-wife was a spiritual, you know what I'm saying, person into, you know what I'm saying. So I mean, I definitely got more in touch with the spiritual me. But like I said, you got to know yourself in a different way. Like when you know yourself in a certain way, you have to learn yourself in a different way to move forward. So I was able to really get in touch with the spiritual side of me and understand life, you know what I'm saying, as it was. And I wasn't a preacher at all, no reverend, no. but I definitely got in touch with the spiritual side of me. You know what I'm saying? So the whole concept is true, but me being a reverend, that's not true. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So when you do your thing, your battle rap thing, your swag, your flow, your showmanship has come a long way from the beginning. You know what I mean? Like you got a way more confidence, way more aggressive. So why don't you talk a little bit about your evolution as an artist?
You know what? Like back when I first started battling, you know what I'm saying? When it came to the battle, bars. You feel me? Like bars. I didn't really understand the concept of anything other than bars when it comes to battle. I'm gonna give you my hottest bars, and you know what I'm saying? And that's what it's gonna be. But as the game evolved, you have to evolve with the game. By the game evolving, going from a shop to 10 people, now we're in halls with thousands of people. So it's not just you and your best friend rapping. You have to perform for a crowd. So at the end of the day, I just looked at it like, okay, we're getting paid to put on a performance.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not just let me get on here, let me just talk to you. No, I gotta talk to you. At the same time, entertain them.
Right.
At the same time, perform the world. So it was just the evolution in the battle rap world. Period. I understood it, because I've been doing it for a long time. I'm not like new to this. So by me knowing what I needed to do, I stepped it up. Knowing that the game was changing, I just moved with the game.
I gotta tell you, my favorite move that you do when you rapping, when you're doing your showmanship thing is you talk to the person that you're talking to, and then you do this to the crowd to keep them steady, and then you go back.
That's what you call crowd control. A lot of you cats ain't got that. Crowd control is what it is. You gotta control that crowd. I'm telling you, that's big. You know what I'm saying? Control that crowd at the same time, and it's difficult, but when you study it and you study the game, but you can do it. Control that crowd, because once you got the crowd, good.
Now I got some favorite X Factor lines. I won't lie to you. Okay, one of my favorite is put DNA in a bag like a rape kit.
You know what?
That's one of my favorites.
They loving that one.
Alright, I went crazy when you said that. But what is some of your favorite lines that you said or somebody said to you or whatever?
No, I think my favorite line, one of them, is the winner for a fresh line, because that line to me and I didn't even that line came so mistakenly. Like I'm at work and I'm bored and I'm just looking at stuff and I'm reaching for punchlines at this at this point to flip it up. So I'm reaching, I'm eating gum and I'm like winner fresh. And I broke it down winner fresh. And then as it started just coming to me, when after I said to myself like, yo, this is a crazy line. Like I'm not gassing myself. That's a crazy line, and I knew if I landed right. Just happened to land so on point with the crowd, but like they love that line too. Like, so that was one of the personal favorites of mine. A line against me that was crazy. Sue Surf. You'll find X in a box up top, like I'm clicking I'm clicking off the page. That to me was it was so clever. Like that was one of them lines that when when he said it. The camera wasn't on me. I had to turn my head I was like, sheesh. That was sick. So, no, I mean, I got a few lines like my line against DNA. DNA line about when you split X in half, that only proves that you're less. What do you say? You're less than.
You're more than them, but less than me.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. So I mean, I give love when it's true. Like them boys, everybody I've battled, I felt like came with something. You know what I'm saying? And so I always gotta step my game up, because I ain't trying to ever get killed. You know what I'm saying? So you with the young boys, Surf being they young guys, they hungry. You know what I'm saying? Me being a vet in the game, it's easy to kind of lose track. But, stuff like that, yo. I got bars too. I got bars.
I noticed, because you want to know what I noticed about you in watching your battles, that sometimes you like when you did the priorities with Rich Dollars, you said whatever you was gonna say, and then you said, well, let's get back to these bars. Let's get back to what's important. And I like that. But since you brought up Sue Surf, I noticed in the DNA battle you said that Sue Surf bodied me to suggest that that's what DNA was gonna say. But is that how you felt?
No. I'm not gonna lie. I think it was a very debatable battle, and I feel like Surf did his thing. Do I think I won? Yeah, absolutely. I think Surf won the first one. I think clearly he won the first. Clearly I won the third. I think the second go either way, but I think he had a lot of bars in the second, but I think I outwitted him and I outclassed him. I think in that second round that gave me the dub in that round. So no, I think it was a real debatable battle. So if somebody said he won, I wouldn't know, hey, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel, because it was a debatable battle. And then vice versa, he felt the same way. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I got it 2-1. I don't feel like I killed him. I definitely feel like it was a debatable battle, but I won it 2-1. Well, you know what I'm saying? It's just my thing, so it definitely was a great battle. That's probably my favorite battle like, that I've ever been in. You know what I'm saying?
I won't lie, Rich Dollars was my favorite. You and Rich Dollars was my favorite, and I've seen all of them. But I kind of love DNA because that was kind of a classic. He came so hard, and then he came so hard, and it was crazy.
You know what it was? I think the certain reason I like it so much because I feel like I was the underdog. Like going into the Surf battle, everybody thought Surf was gonna win. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like with me being like the underdog, was going into the DNA battle, it was quite even. Like a lot of people felt I was gonna win, but I had already after the Surf battle, my stock kind of went up. A lot of people was believing me. So the DNA battle, I was way comfortable than I was in Surf.
Yeah, I noticed you was comfortable in the DNA battle because you started dancing that
right, like
I saw you getting.
So I was comfy, and then the Rich battle, I was, you know. So now with this Clips thing, they against me now, but I'm comfy. Just as long as I'm comfortable and the crowd just don't say nothing, I'm okay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta cheer me. You can geek all his bars. You ain't gotta geek nothing. Just don't hate.
Right.
Just don't hate. Just let me get my bars off, because the fans just don't see it all. So.
Battle rap, like as a cultural movement, like what do you think about that? Like, is there some specific reason why you battle rap and you also write music?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Or is this just a battle rap culture? As a culture, how do you feel about it?
I appreciate, and that's why I battle. I appreciate the culture. You gotta understand something. We're just I feel like battle rap is kind of saving hip hop because it's just a form of, just like we got boxing. You know, boxing is flashy. It makes the money, but UFC. It's like it's the same thing, but it's gritty, and the fans appreciate it. Like at first it was kind of like, but now everybody's good. That's how the battle rap is. The industry is the industry. It's always gonna be the industry. But it is a form of hip hop, and it's you know what I'm saying. But I feel like battling is the purest form because that's where it started. It's the purest form of hip hop, and it kind of like goes hand in hand with rap, battle and rap. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I do it because I appreciate it. Like, you know, it's just something about being on that stage and you know what I'm saying, with the odds against you, with the odds with you, just in that competitive showdown, it's just, it do something, you know. Now I make music. I actually got a mixtape done, which will be out. I'm pushing for like beginning of like the spring. The mixtape been done for a minute, but I've been doing so much other stuff. It's kind of like, you know, but I write music though. I write R&B music. I write for other people. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely do it. It's just I've been so consumed with the battle rap. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like lost. You know what I'm saying? But I'm back on it. You know, I'm back on it. But just as a culture, the battle rap is just, I just love it. I'm in love with it. You know what I'm saying? It's just so gritty, so raw.
What do you think that is going? You know what I mean, as far as that culture?
I can see battle rap, like I said, because all the industry rappers are fans. They're all fans. Your 50s, your Drakes.
Ooh, yeah, say that again. Say the Drake.
The Drake, your 50s. All them guys is fans of what we do. Like, we look at them and we're fans, and then they look at us and they're fans of us. Eminem watch battles all the time. So it's like, those guys appreciate what we do, like we appreciate, you know, what they do.
Right.
I feel like battle rap in a few years will probably be pay-per-view. Like, I can see a battle rap event really being on whenever a real pay-per-view big event, like, oh man, I just can see it going that way because it has no other way to go but up. You know what I'm saying? And you see where it is now, how much it's evolved just since Smack, just the URL has been moved. You know what I'm saying? Just about 2.5 years it evolved so much. So in 2.5, 3 more years, I think it can blow the roof off and like really make people a lot of money, and at the same time really give people that national look. You know what I'm saying? As battle rappers, so you know, I think we definitely can do some things. You know what I'm saying?
All right, now would you consider ever like battling with like a Proven Grounds rapper?
Yeah, Bill Collector, I would battle him. And I always say, like, I'll battle Bill Collector.
I mean, you sure you would battle Bill?
Yeah, I
Because he
would.
got the burner. You know he got the burner.
Yeah, he got the burner. He always keep the burner. I heard about that burner. I ain't running like Jackie Chan. But no, so no. Bill Collector is one of them. John the Don too, but I like John. Like that's that's like my guy. You know what I'm saying? But just to show a young guy some love, I'll battle John. But I think Bill Collector has that it factor. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Clean is like my little brother. I'll never battle him. But I'll definitely give a guy from the proving rounds like a big stage shot. Like I think I will actually. After I battle Clips, my thing is if it ain't like Murder Mook or Rex or somebody like it really. It's like, where else can I go?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I did enough. I done proved myself even from the old era. We was just doing it on the Smack DVDs. You know what I'm saying? When I battled Nemesis on, I was the first person that wasn't from New York to ever battle on Smack. The first person. Yeah. Everybody. Before I battled Nemesis on Smack, nobody else battled. It was all New York battles. So I did legendary things. So it's like right now, you know, being in a position I am. It's really nowhere else for me. There's a few other cats out there I will battle, you know what I'm saying? But it's time for me to start giving them shots out, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of cats on the top that won't do it because they think that their spot gone, you know what I'm saying? They kind of hold on to that spot. Hey man, throw your hat in the ring, because that's the only how people gonna respect what you do. You can't get on top and stay on top because you got them young boys that's coming up hungry. And they gonna get there and then they gonna kill you because you've been taking too long and they already, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm definitely willing to throw my hat in the ring with other guys, you know what I'm saying? Certainly. So I think Bill Collector, he may be the one that I probably will battle from the PG.
Well, speaking of Bill Collector, everybody on the events for tomorrow, what do you think about how that's gonna go?
Man,
how it's gonna go? John and Don and Bill Collector is gonna be definitely a classic. John got bars, Bill Collector got bars, Bill Collector got swag, John got swag. Like, how you think? Do you think it's gonna be a landslide or?
Classic. I think it's gonna be the best battle. I think it's gonna be the best battle of the night. Easy. It's gonna be the best battle. I think John's definitely.
He's definitely gonna come with bars. There's no doubt about that.
John's gonna win with the bars, easy. I think. Bill Collector gonna have bars, but John is just way too witty.
Yeah, he's witty and he's intelligent and when he's come with the bars, he's aggressive. But the thing about Bill Collector is he got this showmanship. You know what I'm saying? All he gotta say is, "I got the burner." That's all he gotta say.
Bill Collector is probably one of the greatest performers battle I ever seen. Like,
right.
He draws you in. He don't have to say nothing. And you intrigued just looking at him because that's what he brings.
Right. The energy and the movement. I honestly, I can tell you many bars you said, John, Charlie Cliff, DNA. I can tell you, but the only thing I can ever tell you that Bill Collector said was, "I got the burner." You know I got the burner because it don't matter what else he said. When he said that, the passion, the aggressiveness, he was just doing
the arm.
You know what I mean? I got the burner. Right, exactly. That's all he got to do for me.
That's it. I think that's gonna be the crazy. I think that's gonna be the best battle. I think that like John, I think it's gonna probably outdo him.
Right.
With the bars, but I think Bill Collector's gonna outperform. Yeah, I think Bill Collector's gonna outperform. So I think that's just meant for a classic. Because it's a clash who stops. So.
And then we think about Rosenberg, Young Hill, and Conceited.
I think Rosenberg Raw. I like Raw, but I think that B-Magic bars is just too heavy.
Yeah, he does have bars. B-Magic does have bars.
His bars is just way too heavy. Conceited to Ill, I think that's going to be a slugfest bar for bars. It's going to be incredible. But I think Ill has that performance factor.
He got a little bit of an impact.
Yeah. He definitely has
Conceited like to stop and feel himself for a minute and then get back to them bars.
Yeah, but I think it's bar for bars is pretty crazy. But I think that I think Ill may edge him because Ill has a better all-around battle game. I think personally, Ill's like he's in my top. Yeah.
So what do you think it takes to have an all-around battle game? Because like I told you in the beginning, like when we're talking about Hot16 Magazine, when we're addressing things, we're talking about your battles, your artistry, your realism, your swag, your showmanship. You know what I mean? So what do you think is the most important?
As far as like getting like as far as what is most important when it comes to a battle?
How do you win a battle?
Oh, I mean, you have to be well-rounded. That's why I always say you can find five battle rappers. You may can find five that's better than you. You feel like with punchlines. You may can find five that can outperform it. You may find five that can control the crowd, but you may can have, you know what I'm saying? But you can't find five of them that all around can do what I do. I think you have to have an all-around game. You gotta have bars first and foremost. You gotta intertwine that with a sense of humor. You know what I'm saying? You know, a couple of jokes in there because the crowd wanna know that you are gonna entertain. You know what I'm saying? You gotta control that crowd. You that crowd control along with bars, along with a crazy, you know what I'm saying, performance, a little bit of comedic area here, a couple stories. You gotta just have the whole package. And once you got the whole package, it's really nothing that nobody can really do. Even if you get edged, as long as you do what you came to do, your fans is gonna rock you, so you really will not lose. But you gotta I think you just gotta have it all. You gotta have performance, bars, and crowd control. Once you got all three of those down pat, you're good. You know what I'm saying? I think that's most important because you got something that's just good at bars. Because he could just have bars.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he'll outbar you. He'll bar you to death. He'll bar your life away. But that ain't everything. You know what I'm saying? You got Tech 9. His performance is incredible.
Right.
But his bars ain't really, he don't really have the bars that just that hit. You know what I'm saying? And you know, once you can intertwine the three, see how I do it. I've just been doing it, so I know what to do, what to look at, how I'm gonna approach this. And once I get it all together, that's when I break down my whole strategy, like, you know, how I'm gonna go about it. Once I get it together and step on that stage, it's
I gotta tell you, I'm impressed by your strategy.
Yeah.
Because the way that you were able to foresee with DNA,
Right.
he was gonna say, you put, oh, my name is Delshawn
Right.
Johnson, they
Family
call me
blah,
Bubba.
blah.
Oh, exactly. Like the way you and when he said it, it was still alright, but it changed everything because you said it already. So if that's the way that you prepare for a battle,
I study my opponent. I knew that's how DNA rock. He always brings up something about your previous battles to try to discredit you. And I know where my flaws come in my battles. Where my, you know what I'm saying? What's something that somebody can piggyback off of. And I address it. I study him just like he studied me. I study him. So I understand it. You know, he studied me and he knew what he wanted to say. I studied him and knew he was gonna say. So allow me to really, you know what I'm saying, strategize and do what I needed to, you know, to do it. So I mean, I was able to see what he was gonna do, and he just hit on it. He just everything I said he was gonna do, he did. So it kind of like took away from how it would have.
tell the people who you doing it
Hot
for.
16 magazines, I'm fucking with it. Tanika Love, you know, we do it all day. X Factor, the best rapper.
all right, this is a Hot 16 exclusive. Now you know what time it is.
I'll laugh. Huh?